Well, nearly 60 years after putting their lives on hold, they're getting the recognition they deserve. These brave women, better known as WASPs, Women Air Force service pilots, defended the United States in their time of need during World War II. But back then, they answered the call to duty, and now they're being honored on Capitol Hill with congressional gold medals. I'm joined now by Deanie Parrish, a World War II WASP and Associate Director of Wings Across America, and Congressman Pete Olson. He co-sponsored the bill to award the congressional gold medals. Thank you very, very much to both of you. And Ms. Parrish, thank you so much. It's such an honor to talk to you. You are truly a hero, and you're finally being paid due 60 years later. But you say the medal really doesn't mean much to you. What does it mean to you?
It means educating America. As you probably know, when we were disbanded, all of our records were sealed. They were stamped either classified or secret, and they were filed away in the government archives for 33 years. So that when the historians wrote the history books, our records were not available. And to me, this is about education. Can you imagine? This is a national show. Imagine the thousands or millions of people who will be watching during this week at the festivities that are going on. And they will be learning for the first time about the women Air Force service pilots, the first women in history to fly military aircraft. That's what it means to me, education. I think the children in the schools, they need to know about the people who had worked so hard to keep this country free. And I think for the women especially, I'm not only interested in them knowing the history, I want them to know about the values that we lived by, that we didn't have to compromise those values just to fly military aircraft. Things like honor and integrity, that's important.
Congressman Olson, what made you decide to co-sponsor this bill to award the congressional gold medals to these women who were called to service nearly 60 years ago? 60 years, sadly, had to pass for these women to get this well-deserved recognition.
Well,
yes,
we had been trying.
I want to go to you, Congressman Olson.
It was an easy bill to me to co-sponsor for the reason you said. This injustice has gone on too long.
Okay.
The record of service of the WASP women during World War II is incredible. 60 million miles they flew. 78 different types of aircraft. 38 of them tragically lost their lives. And yet, when the service ended to World War II, and I shudder to think what would have happened to our country without their service during that war. When the war ended, they were largely forgotten. That's an injustice. We need to honor them, and I hope these congressional medals go a long way to telling these women how much we appreciate their service to our country.
Ms. Parrish, you were among the female pilots. They were trailblazers, a group of 1,102 female civilians that flew military aircraft under the direction of the United States Army Air Force. I understand you enlisted at age 21. 38 of the women that you enlisted with gave their lives in the service of their country. Do you know how many are alive today? How many remain alive today that are alive to see the honor be bestowed to them that they so much deserved?
There are fewer than 300 of us left.
Wow. And the pictures...
We lose a lot, at least one a month or more.
And so it couldn't come any sooner, truly. And the pictures that you've shown us, the pictures that we've been showing everyone, are pictures that came from you. If we could can you see these pictures in the studio where you are?
Uh-huh.
Okay, can you point yourself out?
I can.
Tell us where you are in these pictures, if you see yourself in one of them.
Okay, I'm watching. I think I saw one earlier with a lady pilot bending over with a parachute on.
And tell us what we're looking at right now.
That looks like maybe, I'm not sure. These I recognize. These are what we call our zoot suits. When we went into training, we didn't have uniforms, of course. We had men's coveralls, used coveralls, smallest size, 44 long. So I'm in that picture. I am the second one on the bottom row from the right. That was a picture that was made down at Tyndall Air Force Base. I was there as a B-26 Martin Marauder air-to-air tow target pilot. My job was to fly a tow target aircraft with 4 crew members. And when we would get up to altitude out over the Gulf of Mexico, we would let out, the tow operator would let out this sleeve target behind the airplane. And a B-24, which is a 4-engine aircraft, would fly by with their 7 turrets, and the gunners in those turrets would shoot live ammunition with color-coded bullets at that target. When we finished that mission, we would drop the target at a designated place, and because of the color-coded bullets, the instructors could then determine which gunners were accurate. Well, but that's what I did.
Deanie Parrish, we really appreciate you coming on and sharing these stories, and these amazing pictures are truly incredible. Thank you very much. Also, Congressman Olson, we appreciate you coming on too. It is a great award to be bestowed upon these women, and she says some 300 remain alive to this day, and of course all those who have been lost will never be forgotten. Thank you very much for your service to this country. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. They've earned it. Thank you.
They sure have. All right.
Could I just tell you that it was both an honor and a privilege to serve our country during some of the darkest days of World War II.
And it is an honor to have you on our show today. Thank you again for talking to us.
Thank you so much.
Stay right there.
God bless you.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.